Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters, man, is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is going to be called Sign of the End Times, Biblical News, Volume 233. And in this edition, we're going to speak about Facebook boycott over handling of hate speech. If you are a people of color, which is people ignorantly call black folks, we in the truth identify black folks as people of color, better known as brown. With all the controversy that's been going on lately with the police brutality, the hate speech, just the racism, the prejudice and racism pretty much has ramped up, okay, when it comes to people of color. And amongst all of these things that's going on, Facebook has profited off of this. They have profited off of the racial hatred, the voter suppression, just the hatred in itself. And in this word, the reason why we say this is a sign of the end times, because right now it's a blatant message of hate towards Jake. And Facebook is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, social media platform out there. They are, you have a lot of individuals that are using Facebook to expand their agenda of hate speech. Okay. This Facebook boycott has come about spearheaded by civil rights leaders due to the fact that Facebook refused, okay, to address the hateful language. They refuse to confront racism, and they refuse to address the voter suppression. And on top of all of it, with all this hatred going on, they are profiting from this. Now, the big thing about this boycott, for a lot of people don't know, 350 to at least 600 brands have pulled their ads from Facebook as part of this boycott. You see? So this is a serious thing, man. And Zuckerberg, I believe that's his name, you know, he refuses to address the hateful language that's being on his platform, the racism. And it's no surprise that his sidekick is Donald Trump. You know, you'll probably see these two dudes on the golf course with their MAGA hats on. But the thing is, the people of color has been the target of hate speech, the target of racism, the target of prejudice, and Facebook have sat there and profited off of this and has not addressed these situations, man. Last year alone, Facebook in revenue made $70 billion in revenue. So their only interest right now is about growth and profit. When it comes to injustice, when it comes to oppression, when it comes to racism, when it comes to prejudice, when it comes to police brutality, they're making money off of this versus putting a message out there to encourage a better treatment of the people of color. And in Colossians 4 and 6, it speaks about, it says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt. That's cold-blooded, man. You know, your speech, it shouldn't be cocked and loaded as hate speech. Now, I'm going to share a story with y'all as I get ready to close out this word. Now, people that's following us, we have our original channel is Yashala Milwaukee. And me and my bro, we have historical classics, videos, lessons that shows that we've done on that channel. That channel still exists. We just haven't put any content on it because we came up under what you call hate speech from YouTube earlier this year. And we understand what that was. Obviously, it was information we was bringing out that was threatening to the powers that be. So they leaned on us with 2 suspensions, and with the 3rd suspension, they pretty much delete your page. So me and my bro, we just changed it up to Yahweh Shah Milwaukee the Truth. And we're continuing to bring you this good content. But when it comes to hate speech, we have been targeted for that, for speaking what the Bible says. So you already know what it is, man. So we're no stranger to hate speech, because what we bring is not hate speech. What we bring is the butt naked truth. But when it comes to Facebook, you can see the hate speech all on the platform. You can see the hateful language. You can see the racial hatred. You can see voter suppression. You can see the lack of confronting racism. You can see it, man. And like I said, Facebook turned a blind eye. Why? Because all they worried about is profit. Okay? So all the hatred and whatnot that's going on, they are profiting off of this. Like I said earlier, they generated $70 billion in 2019. So all they really care about at the end of the day is growth and profit. But like I said, you had 350 to 600 brands that have participated in this boycott, which means that Facebook have lost about 5 to 6 billion in revenue due to these people pulling their ads, man. Now, what you see on the screen is Facebook, and they're still going strong. Don't get me wrong. You know, they're going about business as normal, but again, the issues at hand, they're not addressing them. They don't want to address them, because what you're going to find out, some of their biggest supporters are also, not dealing with the hate speech, not dealing with the hateful language, not dealing with the racial hatred. Walmart is one of their biggest supporters. Walmart is one of Facebook's biggest companies that support them, man. And, any Walmart in inner city areas, you got nothing but Jake in there being treated as slaves. Yeah, treated as slaves. I work in these stores and I see it all the time. Like, Walmart has a particular type of Jake that they're going to hire. They're not going to hire a Jake that's intelligent. And when I say intelligent, they're not going to hire a Jake that's going to outsmart them and demand top dollar and be able to work the way they want to. No, they're not going to hire that Jake. They're going to hire a Jake that's willing to make the money, but at the same time willing to deal with the BS that comes with it. But when you get smart and decide that you're not going to do that, Walmart's not going to want you to be around no more. That's just like Facebook, man. Facebook make money off people being ignorant, people being not intelligent. You see? What's the name of the lesson, man? Sign of the End Times, Biblical News, volume 233. In this edition, we're going to deal with Facebook boycott over handling of hate speech, man. And like I said, George Floyd, the list goes on and on and on, what has happened. You got KKK individuals, Ku Klux Klans, in disguise. It's a lot of them out here in disguise that can create a Facebook page and go straight guerrilla on the hatred and the racism towards Jake. But here we go, me and my bro, we bringing you lessons straight what the Bible says, and YouTube call us hate speech. So it's a sign of the end times, man, because I can't remember a time where we've dealt with something this outrageous and no one seems to be paying attention to it, man. But, as we get ready to close out, Listen, man, I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word. And hey, listen, if you have a Facebook page, listen, man, you in essence, if you spending money with Facebook, whether you advertising with Facebook or whatever it is, if you partners with Facebook and you are people of color, I suggest you to cut ties with that. If you want to just have a Facebook page and for your family members and friends and whatnot, and it's free, by all means, take advantage of that. But if you got some of the products where you're paying money to be a partner with them to some degree, abort that mission. See, I'm clueless to how Facebook works because I'm not on there. But you got a lot of people, man, that buy certain products with Facebook to expand their business and a lot of other things, man. I think as people of color, we should be smart enough not to spend money on Facebook like that because they're profiting off the hateful language towards us. They're profiting off racial hatred towards us. They're profiting the voter suppression towards people of color. They're profiting on this. The owner of Facebook is the sidekick to Donald Trump, who we know is DTZ. You dig? So, hey, man, you smarten up, man. Because, like I said, we in the sign of the end times for real because, dog, it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And the agenda of hatred towards Jake is blatantly obvious. And people are acting like they don't see it, man. Like I told you in Colossians 4:6, it says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, man. I mean, come on, man. That's cold-blooded right there. Again, I hope you sincere. Brothers and sisters was edified by this word, and we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. Shalom.